Herbarium is a museum for preserved plants. That's kind of how you describe it, if you want to jump in on that. And what it represents is diversity from a lot of different research projects, a lot of different forays, where someone has archived a specimen, taken a plant specimen, pressed it, and these can last for hundreds and hundreds of years. But it represents that diversity or that species at a certain place at a certain time.
We are continuing to add specimens to this collection. It's part of our research pipeline to create specimens and create the data set that goes along with them. So, this is continuously growing and being curated as new things are coming in, as well as, we're adding to the data as well.
We kind of double loaded them because the idea is we want to keep things together. So we made each one of these labels and we updated with the newest names. And then we open like that so that we can then basically pull them out like this and go through them. So this is bladderwort, if you're at all familiar with bladderwort. It's like it sits underwater, and so it looks super cool. It puts up a really pretty flower. But when you pull it out of the water, it just looks like slime. So you have to actually mount it on the paper.
Oh.
And you put it right on here versus putting it in newspaper like we usually do. And then that keeps it so it's spread out. It was a plant, and then it had this red area around it. And there was a note attached, and it was from a Union soldier. And he had collected it outside of Atlanta during the burning of Atlanta, and wrote a letter that this was collected in the blood of a Union soldier. And so that's in Wisconsin, and nobody even knew it was there. And so there's this see, you got wee peeped, didn't you?
Yeah.
So that's the type of history, and now this is more than just science history, it's human history, like how things are collected. And there's there's other cool stories where they've gone in and looked. Like we went into ours and found a bunch of things that have been pressed in newspaper from World War II, and it was D-Day in the paper. So the paper itself was showing this whole history, which why would we ever think we would have these historical papers? And so there's just these things you find in collections that are pretty amazing.
In 5 years, I would hope that herbaria are continuing to be used in research and, perhaps being discovered by more parts of biology and more fields and more individuals, because they really are really powerful tools. And I'm hoping that the appreciation for them continues to grow, as well as just the amount of digital data that we have available and the amount of people who are really equipped to work with it and create it and utilize it in research and conservation.